I know that it's been a year or more since I've actually made a YouTube video about my vinyl, but there was an issue that went directly with that, and that was the enormous amount of people who passed away last year in succession. David Bowie, Prince, you name it. But aside from that, one issue that I've talked about continually with my vinyl collecting is that I still like to crate dig and buy albums, you know, at a discount price. Sometimes with goodies, sometimes without, not always in ideal condition. In the past year or so, since I last did my most recent vinyl collection video, my vinyl collection has grown to a point where I didn't know where to start for some time. And I actually wanted to start with something relatively new I've been doing, and that is actually buying modern records on modern vinyl. But there are very few record store day releases that I get. They're overpriced. You know how I feel about them. And I just wanted to let you know how I got them. Discount. The local record store that I go to puts them on discount. And there's also that issue of, if you say how much you bought a record for, it'll drive the price of the record up. And I'm not going to get into that aside from that in this video. But I wanted to show you some of the new vinyl that I had. Maybe some of you will recognize this one. It is Music Complete by New Order. Now this album came with a download card that allowed you to download a 320 MP3 off of the internet for free with the purchase of this record. And one thing I like about new vinyl that I can show you with this release, the opening on these new vinyls are a little stiff, is that a lot of the vinyl are not only colored, but in this case, clear all the way through. This is a double album on vinyl. It's single on CD. Really good album by New Order. Not too removed from what they did in the 1980s during their synth pop and new wave years. Worth having, especially on vinyl. My boyfriend recommended this album, Adam Lampert. He's touring with Queen right now. He's kind of the new modern day equivalent of Freddie Mercury. You know, the material on this is somewhat inconsistent, but it's a really good album. I'm not going to bother showing you this because it's on black vinyl. There's none of the CD bonus tracks on this, obviously, but not a bad album in terms of, you know, vocals, no auto-tune or anything like that. So it works out really well. This is my most recent new vinyl acquisition, and it's Mayor Hawthorne. This is actually a record store day release for this year. It was available as an MP3 on his site and on Amazon, but I decided to get it as a discount. And it has his kind of a custom label on it. And it's a sky blue swirl vinyl. Absolutely beautiful. Thought I had to show that to you. Todd Rundgren, Emil Kiko Lassane, and Hans-Peter Lindstrom, Rundons. This is a collaborative album that I didn't really feel necessary to get on CD, but as a discount priced item, you know, why not? I think this is basically your standard black vinyl. I don't really remember if it is or isn't. It is. So there's really no need to show you anything about that. Just a single album that's been put into a double. Now, the next part I'm going to get into are borderline archival things. This is the Isley Brothers from 1980, Groove With You, live. This is a wonderful live record, and it's available on CD if you want to get it, but here's why the vinyl's worth it. Orange vinyl for the first disc. And there's actually a gatefold. Let me see if I can open it up. Picture of the Isley Brothers live. Amazing. And the second album is Bright Blue. This record sounds fantastic. I may get a CD copy to listen to, you know, more portably in the future, but this is still a great album to have. This is actually a repro. This album came out on version vinyl in 1993 in its original release, but this is probably a repro. A Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. Because this has a lot of kind of vinyl samples, it sounds like it was literally made for vinyl. So, you know, I don't really have any hip-hop vinyl, but especially 90s era hip-hop vinyl, but, you know, I love me some Q-Tip in the native tongue, so, you know, why not? Funkadelic, America Eats Its Young. I've already got this album on CD, but I got it on vinyl. My boyfriend got it for me as a Valentine's gift. Again, discount situation. It's a double album. Again, Westbound, Four Men with Beards. Got powder blue swirl vinyl. I don't know if you can see that too well. For the first record. And for the second record, it's a really dark blue vinyl. Beautiful. And for the last of the reissue, repro records, David Bowie, the man who sold the world. My dad's got this on CD, and now I've got this on vinyl. I actually got this pre-owned. Somebody dumped a lot of their David Bowie vinyl off just after he died. R.I.P. David Bowie. And this album is 180 gram vinyl. The great thing about it is, it's just black vinyl, so it's not that important, is that it has excellent stereo separation on songs like After All and the title song and the Superman. You know, David Bowie's harmonies are always so tremendous on his early albums, and he's coming out of the left channel, the right channel, and it's just amazing. So, anyway, this is going to be representative of all of the kind of new vinyl that I've gotten this year. There's tons of pre-owned vinyl to show you, but I'm going to show you that as time goes on. And I wanted to thank all of you who have watched my previous vinyl videos and loved them. And I'm back in the game, and I'm going to get myself organized. I don't know how I'm going to organize these vinyl videos, but I wanted to start out with my new vinyl. There may be more to come of these modern vinyl, modern repro, but enjoy what's there, and I'll see you with more vinyl in the future. Keep loving your music.